What is that, Maxwell, Amon? A little late. I'm a little late. Appreciate y'all. Let's see how many people we get in here. A little early for some people. Might come back out later on. See how many we get in here. Two. What is it? Um, Still early on the East Coast. What is it, like 11 o'clock? 12 o'clock? West Coast is going on 9. We'll remember. Let's see. We had it. Hey, hey, what's the deal, everybody? Dre, what's up? Ken, what's the deal? Starting to show up after that 1 minute that they make you wait. Be a long ass 60 seconds. You don't know how many people you're getting until that minute up. Oh, at work, yeah, we were early today. I was trying to come back out late last night, but I passed out. I was tired as hell. Long day. I'll probably come out again tonight for late night squad. Papa Lance, what's the deal? Yeah, I got a lot of emails. A lot of people in the comments talking about the live last night. It was lit. I was hyped. Y'all know me. I am real passionate about that shit. I be hyped as hell. Who's the in the job? What's the deal? Dr. Phil's good. What's the deal? I'll try to get some more people on here and see who's showing up. What is it, a Tuesday? 16. Oh man, I got attacked super hard by the Christians today, boy. The ones who saw that live last night, they was on me. A lot of emails, a lot of people with questions. We'll see if they show up. Cause I told them, hey, be back on live. Look at the moon again, y'all. Check that out. Same spot almost. Full moon. Yeah, I've been consistently on here. Like I said, uh, it's easier for me to do lives quicker. You know what I'm saying? I'll get back to my traditional videos once things settle down a little bit. But for now, the lives is good because I get direct access to everybody. We get to get right into the information, answer questions, and all that. It's been cool. I appreciate everybody that's been showing up to the lives while I've been here, and it's been good. It's been good. Transit, I appreciate it. Now, what's the Kanye situation? I have not been paying attention. Kanye always got a situation. Yeah, well, I'm here early because I know people don't make it too far into these lives. Make sure you guys, the link is in the description for Merkabah Scholars Society. Link is in the description. Make sure you guys grab it. I'm trying to hold it for as long as possible at that price. Yeah, there was a bunch of people. So if you, well, it's not that many people on here yet. Some people did get their money back, their refund. I talked about that yesterday, but it's been a few more today. Like I said, and everybody's going to get in. Um, some of these people who I know, or they're probably scratching their head as to how I know what type of shit they on. Have a few Christians and Hebrews who bought in that I know. You can't hide, like when you paying with your debit card, you can't hide your government name. You paying with that card, you gotta pay with that card. I know that name, the name gonna pop up. So some of these people who I know. So not like I said, man, if you ain't legit, don't be trying to get in, because I'm gonna figure it out quick. And plus, we'll figure it out in the society anyway. So don't waste your time. Addicted to nitrous oxide. The fuck? That brain cell killing shit. He killing fucking crazy fucking cells and neurons. That's like a poor trailer park trash white bull habit. Like, and nitrous is not cheap either, but you can get it. You can get your hands on it. Yeah, he tripping. Okay, for sure. Fuck, yeah, that's Joker gas for real. Yeah, some dentistry shit. I mean, it's always something that these guys get their hands on from a doctor. You see what happened with what's his name, Matthew Perry, dude from Friends, that's coming out now on how the people who were selling him drugs knew his problem and they just kept, you got an addiction. People they got your drug of choice. You got the money, they're gonna get it to you no matter what. Let's see. The trolls are already in the building. They always show up. Prince of ENT, what's the deal? Miss Love, what's the deal? Joy Boy, what's the deal? Fred is in the building. What's going on? Some of our usual crew. We missing some of the guys, but we'll see who show up. Let's make sure the signal is good. Let's see. This thing work when I want to work. We ain't gonna do it. Let me see. Ronnie, what's the deal? Appreciate it. Now, last night was crazy. If you was on last night, y'all seen how it was. A lot of Christians coming on. bringing their information. Well, it's not really information, their faith. Got a little bit, I got a little hype last night. I was watching the live. I was laughing at myself. I get passionate with that shit. Y'all know it's frustrating. And I was talking to Ace Cloud, and Ace Cloud was saying the same thing. Like, yeah, you was a little hype, but he knows. I'm passionate about that shit. I get frustrated with these people because I don't like because I feel like when people tell you some shit like that, they think you stupid. Like, what is like what is common sense to these people? And it's cool. Like I said, I'm all about the scholarship, and I like debating and talking with Christians that come with information instead of faith. It's irritating when they come with the faith because we know it's faith. But when they come with knowledge, when they talking about BC and BCE and this book and this scholar and this scientist or whoever to try to bring validity to their religion, then I'm cool with that. I appreciate those people who come with information instead of just you know fairy tale stories or whatnot. Devin, what's the deal? Yeah, last night was lit, but like I said, I got some emails from a few of those guys. We had a couple of conversations, and like I said, they should be back tonight. We'll see if they show up and who else shows up. If they follow my channel, then they know what we get into. It's a lot of people who don't follow, who just jump on lives for whatever reason and don't know what the hell the story is. Damn, look at this straight line of fucking helicopters. Those are the tours. You guys see this shit every time I come out here. But it'd be crazy how they'd be lined up back to back. They follow that same route. It should look like Vietnam. Seeing so many choppers back to back. That's like military base shit. That's what that shit remind me of when I be seeing it. So we got like one, two. It's probably like eight of them back to back to back. They do the tours. Oh yeah, we'll see if they show up tonight. We'll see if they show up tonight. See who shows up. It's still a little early. I usually come out later. A lot of people appreciate the late night lives. I know on West Coast, a lot of people probably just still getting in from work. It's only 9 o'clock here. People get off at 8, whatever. A lot of people still just getting in. East Coast, what is it? Already Wednesday over there. Alchemy, what's the deal? It's, who else? Who is that? 51. And was in the building. He'd be back. Yeah, a lot of people not getting notifications. I posted on Instagram, I think Facebook as well, about the live. I got to start doing that. Um, Once I get back into my other computer, I can start sending more notifications. But right now, excuse me, you got to rely on a Facebook, excuse me, YouTube to send out those notifications, which we know they ain't doing that shit. Some people get them right away. I try to give it at least a couple hours ahead of time now since I've been doing this shit daily, there's no point of giving any more time to that because I don't even know for sure if I'm actually coming on or not. So when I feel like I got a couple hours, I try to jump on here if it's late, because we've been on here for fucking hours. Like we was like 3 hours, 2 or 3 hours last night. And the day before that, I did like what two lives. So we've been knocking this shit out. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get on here a lot more. You know, it's been easier this way. Oh man, I've been to Thailand. So Thailand is it's an amazing place. I got a lot of good memories from there. But the food is what you always remember. The food is good. The people are fucking awesome. And you go to places like Chiang Mai or Mae Hong Son. There's a lot of tourists that go up there. So you see a lot of people from all over the world, and it's cool. They immediately know that you're American. Because the way we dress. So a lot of people come over there and they got questions, man. I busted up with so many people from different parts of the world when I was in Thailand, and just being around the culture and the people and the food, and just how you know everybody just look at you like you're special when you're over there. Like you're like a celebrity over there. You walking through the malls and walking, everybody's looking at you, staring at you, waving to you. Some people try to take pictures with you because they feel like you're famous, but they don't know who you are. Especially you walk around with the gold and stuff on. They're like, who is this guy? He must be somebody. Let me say hi. Let me get a picture. So that happens a lot when you out there, but you still run into people from other parts of the world that's super cool. So yeah, I got a lot of good memories from Thailand. A lot of photos, a lot of videos. It's a cool place to go, and it's cheap. You feel like a billionaire over there. Everything's cheap. 5-star hotels is like 40, 50 a night. So it's crazy. You and your friends can eat real good for like $20. Like four of y'all can eat and be full and take food home for like $20. So it's a good place. Antub is back. What's the deal? With that snow blunt talk, yo, Murky, you fucking with the woo. Lone Wolf Q, yeah, Chiang Mai, one of my favorite places. With that, yeah, like that's the thing. There's no confident Hebrews. Well, I do get some of them that be confident, but it's more confidence in a faith than a scholarship. They don't got faith in their scholarship. They got faith in the book, but their scholarship and their information is where they're lacking. They know they don't have that information. It's what they think. A lot of it is just regurgitated shit that they heard and seen so many Hebrews say over time. Same thing with Christians and Muslims. They think it's just law, like it's just going to stick, and it don't work with somebody who know they shit. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who knows or is prepared for what they're going to say. Because usually when I'm talking with Hebrews or Christians or Muslims, they all repeat the same thing, and I just be waiting for it to come. And it's like it's just so easy to rebut because I already know where their head is at. And so usually what I try to do is immediately I can kill all the noise with just killing the whole King James version and letting them understand that the King James version was 1604, 1611. It's not the same as the oldest manuscripts. Once they hear that shit, then they're like, oh, that kind of destroys anything they're gonna bring up after that. And then some of them will try to be smart and stick to the fact that they try to, oh no, King James was the one who got it right. That's why God put a spirit on him to get it right. I mean, he waited thousands of years, all these holy wars and people dying, people fighting thousands of years for him to finally say, you know what, I'm gonna get a truth to King James. That makes sense. So they try to jump on that. Well, King James is a black man, and God put a spirit on him, and other fucking scribes to give us the true translation of the fucking Hebrew Bible, which we know is bullshit. So they try to stay away from the Ptolemies and the Greek and the Septuagint because they know, as far as we can prove, as I talk about, as far as we can prove, the Greek Septuagint is the oldest biblical manuscript that we have. and it was given to us by white man. Nobody can prove there was a biblical manuscript before the Septuagint Greek. Now, the guy who came on probably like was about a month ago, who talked about the Al Yehuda tablets, which I did a whole video on that, and I proved that shit false. So it's what they got to do. They got to find proof, and you're not gonna find it because the shit didn't exist. So it's easy to defeat these guys. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Demonology, talking about fucking fairies and fucking witches and shit like that. And demonology had to be done because of like the new laws and shit that they was going to be bringing into place. Because one, remember, it's no TV around this time, so you're going to be hard pressed to try to get people to understand what are you talking about when you talk about witches and fairies and all this shit. We don't know. They never heard of such a thing, right? So that book came out, and it was a whole like a campaign to get into all of this spooky stuff, to get people scared about it and start telling these stories and tales, and then that shit spread, and then of course, you get people upset and angry about stuff that don't even exist, and then when you bring somebody forward that's supposedly one of these people, then nobody's going to bat an eye about what happens to that person. But you got to think about people that were standing around and watch them burn these women at the stake, what happened, what was going on with the witch's hammer, as I got into. So that was crazy. That shit really happened. That stuff is really going on. It's documented. Accolade, what's the deal? We'll see. Where we at? 53. Second coming. Oh, we're talking about the moon. The moon phase. Oh yeah, that's a manly P Hall is a good person to try to understand the Bible from. But I'm just gonna give you a heads up. Like a lot of that shit, you need to have a Masonic Bible to really get. When you'll figure that out eventually, because the King James version that's regular is not going to line up with what he's coding in that teaching. It's some deep shit, which we'll get into in the society. Yes, you can't get a Masonic Bible. I mean, as a matter of fact, you probably could go on eBay and find a Masonic Bible. Somebody probably got their hands on one, tearing down the building or what have you, and put it up on eBay for sale. So you probably can get one off of eBay. Um, but other than that, unless you're in a lodge, then you're not gonna get one. But you probably can find one on eBay. I'm pretty sure you could. Yeah, Dre, they're definitely. I'm pretty sure they're on eBay. Everything's on fucking eBay, man. Everything's on eBay. I've seen lodge chairs, all kinds of shit. Because you got to think about it's a lot of people. A lot of those guys die. You die, you move on. A lot of these stuff is left behind. You can probably find Odd Fellows, Rosicrucian, all kinds of shit on eBay. People get their hands on it from foreclosures or whatever it may be. They just throw it on eBay. To the individual, yeah. Bobby Hemmett on Prometheus and the Titans as far as us being metaphorically the elder gods. No. No. Yeah, they legit. If you get it off of eBay, it's legit. You get off eBay, it's legit because that's probably what happened with it. One of the copies that I got for the Hebrew Greek book was off of eBay, and it was a guy who was selling. He was in Greece. It was his grandfather's book. He didn't know what he had. He was selling it for $500, and I couldn't buy it fast enough. I got it though. I ended up getting it, but I was like, man, what the I was looking at it, it's the real deal copy. He was like, "Oh, I heard this book is rare. I'm not tripping." He just wanted just give me $500, and that's it. I'm not going to try to beat anybody up about it. And I thought I had to really, I hit him up, asked if it was real, and there's a couple pages that I wanted him to. I said, "If you send me a picture of these certain pages, then I knew he had the real thing." And he sent me the pictures of those pages, and I knew it was the real book. So once he did that, I bought the book and I got it for $500. So I was like geeked. So that is a rare book. Like I said, if you guys run across a Hebrew is Greek book. If you have the money, buy it if it's under 7 grand. If you don't have the money, please email me that link so I can buy that motherfucker. Jeffrey Dahmer, freestyle, stop it. Let's see where we at. 54. No, there was a monotheistic. Almost every ancient civilization talked about multiple gods, you know. But it's like, multiple gods in one aspect, one. But Akhenaten was really getting into consciousness when he was talking about the one God, because it all goes back to that one. Everything goes back to that. So, excuse me. Yeah, what they would call mongoloid, Matthew, mongoloid. So you have, I talk about brachycephalic, dolichocephalic, what they call negroid, mongoloid, skull shapes. Mongoloid would be the Asian skull shape. So as we know with the Eskimos, they have that Asian or mongoloid features. So we know they came into the Americas. Once the land, it was all Northern America was covered with ice. So basically, the border between Canada, America, and let's say all the way over to Alaska, all that was covered in ice, and it melted. When that melted, they started to come into the Americas. So you find that whole mongoloid skull shape with the Eskimos, and then they would eventually mix in. So they would mix in uh, with the Aboriginals that came over all. I mean, that was a long path they took from Africa to Australia to South America to the Americas. So we know this because they found the bones. They found bones. They found signs of war and signs of mixture. All that shit just shows this migration pattern and them being all over the world. And then I mean, you look at Hawaii. So Hawaii, they were dark skinned. They were Mongoloid mixing in with the Africans or with the, let's say, Aboriginals who made it over there. And that's why they have that look, which we call Hawaiian, but you can see it's still slightly Asian looking. But that's a mix. That's them Mongoloid Eskimos mixing in with the Aboriginal or the African and giving us that whole look. So I talked about that with King Kamehameha over in Hawaii, the royal family of Hawaii, which was secretly taken over by this government. And yeah, it's a lot with that whole thing. Miss Love, what's the deal? Hellenization is a trick. And that's what I try to explain to everybody. Hellenization is them trying to explain indoctrination, but without saying indoctrination. Because and this is how you can prove it. One, you go back and you look at what the Greeks was supposedly talking about, Greek mythology, right? What was their practicing religion? Nobody really knows, but we know there was Greek mythology. And then we understand it was following the ancient Egyptians. So once Kemet fell to the Persians, and then when the Greeks took it from the Persians, and what was they trying to do? It goes back to what I was showing you guys yesterday with Serapis. So it's like, okay, so Hellenization was one. Remember, Alexander divided up the lands to his generals, right? That's the whole Wars of the Diadochi. So then we have Hellenization going on around this time. What is that? What is Hellenization? So what they'll have you believe is Hellenization is them going out and spreading Greek culture and customs, right? Getting everybody to live the Greek way. But what exactly is the fucking Greek way? What is that? So the Greek way, a lot of people think about is them spreading, I guess, the worship of Zeus, right? Is it the worship of Zeus? What is it? But then I showed you guys yesterday. Here it is. What is that? Looks just like Jesus to me. So Hellenization wasn't, it was them basically trying to force the African people and the lands that they conquered to worship them as gods. So basically the spreading of what would become Judaism. That was the real Hellenization. So remember when you start to go through history, what happened? Rome took over from the Greeks, and as you can read, Rome continued Hellenization, right? Why would Rome continue to spread Greek culture and customs? Right? You can actually Google that and look it up yourself. Rome continued Hellenization. Why would they do such a thing? What is Hellenization? What did Rome end up doing? Creating Christianity, which is basically coming off of what Hellenization really is when it was spreading the whole, what we call Judaism doctrine, which I'm pretty sure was called something else back then. Usually it would be the worship of whoever the person was who was teaching it. Remember, I got into that whole thing with Nestorius and Nestorianism. But yeah, and that's what it is. So Hellenization is them basically spreading this doctrine. We know colonization is them just taking over the lands and colonizing it and basically taking over the government through structure, changing things, and basically getting the people to end up working for them. And that shit's still going on to this day, basically. The Lord of the Rings, that's a good question. Lord of the Rings and all that shit is just giving you an understanding of how shit used to be. It's a whole entirely different world back then. And it was filled with a lot of different things. And it's kind of giving you kind of some insight into how shit was when you really pay attention. I can get deep into that, but that takes too much time. We'll get into that eventually. Jackie New, what the fuck is you talking about? Who are you? You don't even know what you on. If you don't understand what we talk about here, keep it moving. What you mean we talk like what the fuck? You coming in hell the fuck? No, like you know what we talk about. You have no idea what this channel is and what we do on here. Go somewhere with that bullshit. You in the wrong fucking channel. You high. Yeah, definitely not your kind at all. Keep it moving. You have no idea what you're talking about. If you don't understand the past, you never go and make it. Everything that's happening right now, everything that these people are doing, has to do with the past. Plain and simple. But they're using this ancient knowledge. They're using ancient information, shit that's been around for a long time. It's the same shit. Plain and simple. They're moving forward because of that ancient knowledge. Everything you see these people doing is because of that information. It's not because of anything new. It's nothing new under the sun. This is ancient knowledge, old knowledge. You don't know what we're talking about, Jackie. Keep it moving. Giovanna, what's the deal? You have no idea what we talk about. Like I said, if you're not familiar with what I talk about, my work, I have over 1,000 videos on YouTube. I have multiple published books. I've been all over the world. Been studying ancient history for decades. Been everywhere. So all these places that you only read about and talk about and seen on TV, I've been there studying. So you have no idea where you are. So you need to keep it moving because you don't know what you talk about. All right. So if I'm no different, then keep it moving. The fuck? She she been here. Well, how long? We've been on here back to back to back for like a week straight now. Every day for like a week. She just hopping on here talking all this crazy. You high, girl. Go some fucking where. You high or drunk. You in the wrong place. Talk about some Mason. Ain't nobody no fucking Mason here. We already covered that. You late. You have no idea what you're talking about. The fuck? Troll. Like, who's a fake Mason? Nobody's a Mason here. Like you lost. You have no idea. My work, my research speaks for itself. I'm proven. You gonna be hard pressed to find anybody that's done it as deep as me. You have no idea who you talking to, no idea what you on. Kick rock. You better go do some research first, then come back. Just on here talking shit. Wait. Like she been here for a week straight. Like, what the hell? Nobody seen you before. Who are you? Nobody knows who you are. Just hop on here all hype and shit. Like people crazy. No, YouTube, it should be glitching sometimes. So sometimes I can just block people on here. Sometimes it don't allow me to do so. And this is one of those times where it's not working. So I can't even block this chick right now until I get it working. She high. Don't know what the fuck you talking about. me see something. Yeah, I told you we get a lot of upset people on here. Though. Like I just like if you know what I talk about, if you follow my research and you got like some actual rebuttal with scholarship to back up anything that you want to debate against what I said, I'm cool with that. But don't come on here. You ain't never been here before. You nah. Like you don't know what the hell even going on here. Like that shit is so rude. Like it's ridiculous. I have no idea what you're talking about. Waste of what? What are we wasting, Jackie? What are you talking? Please elaborate. What's the waste? What should we tell me what we should be doing? What should we be doing? What's the problem? Oh, like this shit is crazy. Come on here. We've been on here fucking like probably 2 weeks straight, back to back to back. We've been on here. Never seen this person once. But all of a sudden, everything we doing right now is completely wrong. I've been over here. I've been on here putting out information for decades. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for a long time, but it's all wrong because Jackie high or drunk or whatever the fuck wrong with her. But yeah, what? Shouldn't need a book to understand anything. Okay, I'm done. You can kick rocks down. Don't need a book to understand anything. Then how you gonna know anything? You got a fucking immortal mind. You've been around since the beginning of time. Books are there for a reason. It's how you do research. It's how you figure shit out. What book are you talking about? You don't even know what books I've read or what books anybody have read. You just talking. Then right? She don't read. Like so, all this about to be some bullshit. Whatever she got to say, because she don't read books. So Jackie, go to bed. Go sleep it off. Go sleep it off. Cause you drunk. You tripping. You stumbling into the wrong live. You better jump on somebody else live. Evelyn, what's the deal? What's going on, Evelyn? What doctrine you talking about? We're not talking about doctrines. We're not talking about no religious books. We don't deal with religious books. We read them you know, for learning purposes, to understand what's being said. That's why you read a book. You need to understand what's being said in the book. Just because you read a book don't mean you believe everything that's in the book. Eric, what's the deal? Y'all, so y'all understand what I be dealing with. This is the type of people that be emailing me and type all kinds of crazy bullshit like this. You know what I'm saying? It's just like people have no fucking clue what's going on. Like this is just out there. Like one, I never heard nobody say no shit like this before. Don't read no book. Or you reading somebody else. Book means doctrine. What? Are you serious? What? Your point is proven. Kick rocks. All right. since we got a lot of boo boos on here. Oh, that's dope. Let me see. And for some reason, it's funny that these boo boos coming on here and I can't kick them out. I'm gonna be right back. So don't go nowhere. You're gonna see the next live pop up. Make sure you guys jump on that one so I can get rid of these fucking weirdos. Right back.